This is Heart. I'm Luke Smith on Drive Time. In the studio with me this afternoon, it's Lawson.
Yay!
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Mate, no worries.
Welcome to our fishbowl studio. You can see if you turn around, look, everyone's having a little nose. They're going, it's Lawson in the studio.
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
Never get that excited when it's just me in here on my own.
Great, because Ryan does have the memory of a goldfish, so this suits him. This suits him more than happy.
Look, I've been doing some digging into your past.
Oh, God.
Right? A kind of stalkery fan way that I tend to do sometimes. Distant past.
Okay.
You're looking worried now.
Oh, God.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting.
Adam, what is this about you having an Italian accent until you were 4 years old?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Still got it, I see. And also, right, you please forgive me for this, please, but true or false, you don't have to say anything other than true or false, the very first CD you bought was S Club 7.
True.
Oh, mate, you're letting us down.
Mate, I wish it was cooler. And if it makes it any better, it's burnt and buried now. But at the time, I did. Actually, I don't think I bought it. I think I got it in a stocking.
It's in his car.
At Christmas.
A present.
To be fair,
It was a
at
present.
the time, S Club 7.
Yeah,
I
I went and saw them live as well. Great
I was
live
all
band.
like the S Club Juniors, me.
Oh, yeah, they were good as well. S Club
You like them
Junior.
as well, don't you, Ryan?
Well,
Big fan. Who was your favourite?
Frankie.
Joel, I noticed you've been very quiet, but apparently your first CD was 5.
It wasn't. My first gig was 5.
Oh,
The first...
that's worse!
Get on up when you're down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mate, take a good look around you.
But it doesn't make it any better, I realise. So,
What was the first CD you bought?
that I went to go and buy was Limp Biscuit, Chocolate Starfish,
okay.
and the hot dog flavoured water.
Well, relatively credible, I suppose. Andy's playing the credible card as well, because
Here we go,
apparently the Beatles, big fan of the Beatles.
Big fan, mate, big fan.
Okay, so I say to the rest of you, let's ditch Andy. I'll join in because I'm just back off of holiday with my brand new tan that I'm sporting today. And we reform S Club like 4 kind of tribute band because we're all such big fans of
Absolutely.
I'd love to wear that. I'd love to wear that. I definitely wouldn't come and see you in concert.
Look, let's get back to the point, right? And this is a brilliant story, so I hope that you don't mind me asking this story. But where did the name Lawson come from? I know the answer to this, and I think it's a brilliant answer. But for people that perhaps have only just heard of Lawson and only just thinking, like, what's it all about? Let's hear this, because this is brilliant.
The story originates from a brain surgeon of all
Things.
of all jobs, of all occupations. It's a brain surgeon, and basically about a year before we started the band and before the band got going, I was diagnosed with a brain tumour. So it was quite a difficult time for like myself and my family. And the guy who saved my life and who removed the tumour and performed the life-threatening surgery on me was a guy called Dr. David Lawson from Liverpool, and we named the band in his honour. So.
It's a brilliant story. Does he know? He must know that now, right?
Yeah, he knows.
And
yeah,
you're still in contact?
Yeah, well, we're all in contact, and you know, my mum just took him. Well, we've got the album coming out on the 22nd, but we got a couple of copies early doors. And my mum's took him in a copy signed and stuff, and so yeah, it's nice, you know what I mean. And he's a lovely guy, and he's the reason that I'm here, as cheesy as it sounds, but it's true.
No, I think it's a brilliant story. Hope you don't mind me asking.
No,
I felt like I had to ask it
no
because it's a brilliant story. How did you meet, though? How did you form the band?
I was at music college down in Brighton, and when I finished my course there, I saw Andy's Music MySpace page. This was about 4 years ago, so MySpace was still kind of still alive. And I sent him a little.
Cool.
It was still cool. I don't know if it was cool, but it was still there. I sent him a little message saying, if you ever want to start up a band, I really like your songs, and he was like, yeah, let's do it. So we met up in London. He told me about Ryan, who he knew from just around the London music scene, and you knew Joel from way back home up north.
Yeah. We used to gig together and stuff back in the day. I've known Joel since I was like 15, so yeah, and then it's been Lawson ever since, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah. We were definitely clicked as friends before we clicked musically as well. We were shocking the first couple of rehearsals.
We got it something else then.
Yeah.
You don't just perform together and play instruments together. So you live together as well now, is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Your
me and
neighbours
Ryan.
must love you.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, me, Ryan and Ads live in one place, and then just down the road we've got Andy. So like when he comes over, it's like friends. It feels like there should be an applaud when he comes in
Comes through the patio door.
patio door. Just
I
lets
never-
himself in.
Never walked through the front door. Never.
I wouldn't let you
That'd be
in.
frowned upon.
If you tried to come through the front door, I wouldn't let you in.
Yeah, I wouldn't let you in.
Because it's not right. You've
It's
got
like
to
Joey and Chandler, you know, he just walks across the hallway to get into. I just basically I hop over my balcony and just walk to the lads'
And
house
he
down there
literally
in a
does
minute.
hop over the balcony, because if he went out his front door, then he'd have to walk the long way around. So he literally jumps over the balcony, across the road, into
To
our
their
back
patio.
garden.
It's a great setup.
Straight to the fridge.
Great
Yeah,
exactly.
Help yourself to the
You
food.
know the
Great
score.
setup.
To be fair, mate, I still owe you some milk.
You do, mate, yeah. Buy me a pint on the way back, no worries.
Spill the beans then. I think we might know the answer to this already. Who is Mr. Messy?
I think Ryan probably is the
Yeah.
messiest, isn't
I
he?
don't know.
I don't live with you boys, and-
100% not me.
Yeah, it's not-
that's-
it's not
I've
Joel.
got
I
a weird
think-
thing about things being in the right place.
I think we're all about
So-
even, to be fair, but not Joel.
Okay,
Yeah.
well that was my next question. Who is Mr. Clean and Perfect
Definitely
OCD?
not
and-
Joel.
Definitely not Joel. Yeah, it's
It
Joel.
is Joel, yeah.
Mate, I had a good upbringing. That's what I'm saying, boys. So
Are you offending my
I'm house
parents?
proud. I'm house proud. You know what I mean?
I'm house trained.
Yeah.
I guess saying that though, you're not probably at home all that often because
No.
you must be like the hardest working guys in music right now.
At the minute, we've just been we've just been getting out there, you know what I mean? Doing as many gigs as we can, you know, going into as many radio stations, just playing some acoustic bits and bobs, you know what I mean? So anything we can do just to get the Lawson name out there, you know what I mean? Sign us up, put our name down, put us down for 7.
I saw on Twitter you were doing free gigs the other day in shopping centres and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah,
God,
yeah.
yeah.
Shopping centres, cinemas, you know, markets, anywhere you want us, we'll play.
You just love it, basically.
We just love
Glorified buskers, aren't we?
Give us a crowd and we will perform.
Occasionally, we're lucky enough to get a venue, which is really nice.
We did play at a train station though. We played at King's Cross station in London, which was quite good, wasn't it? We had a bit of an Beatlemania vibe going down there. We had to run through the station.
That was fun. wasn't it?
Ryan got his leather jacket. Was it?
That was
Rip?
Joel.
Oh, Joel
Yeah,
ripped his leather jacket in the process, trying to get away from a fan. But not that we try and get away from fans, but we were.
We
chasing
normally
us in the
embrace
station.
it, but we
I know
did
what you
have
mean.
to get away at that point.
Yeah.
How do you find fame? Like, obviously, you're saying you performed together before, and now all of a sudden it's sort of almost come out of nowhere. You know, Lawson, boom, here you are. You're famous. Everyone's tweeting about you. You're on every other blog that I'm reading at the moment. We're obviously playing every single that you bring out because they're brilliant.
Right.
And
mate.
with that comes the fans. So what is it like? I can't imagine what it's like, sort of over a period of a week, becoming really famous.
That was a beautiful speech.
It's
I feel
been
like I could
very
cry.
gradual for us, though, because I mean we've been together. Because obviously it's only really taken off for us this year, so it does seem, you know, like really quick. But we've been together for so long, like 4 years, doing gigs, like initially to nobody, then maybe 2 people, then a couple more would show up, and it just gradually snowballed. So it's been a really long process for us. So it's kind of, I don't know,
Nice,
but
isn't it?
yeah, it's really nice to be getting like recognition after all this time and stuff. So yeah,
Done so many awful gigs, you know what I mean? Like where like 4 people would turn up and like, you know, 2 of them would be in the band before us, and then one the sound man and one my mum, you know what I mean? So it's sort of like when you do an amazing gig now, you just appreciate it so much more as well, you know what I mean? And you know, we always have those moments where we just look at each other and we're just like,
Even on
what are
stage.
we doing here? Like, you know what I mean?
Like when people are singing back the words, like last night we played Standing in the Dark and everyone was singing at the top of the voices, and that's, for me, I don't know about you boys, but that's the biggest thing. Having them sing the words back to you is just wicked. So
Any celebrity friends coming out of the darkness?
Got a few, haven't we? Yeah.
Gordon
Speaking of
Ramsay
darkness,
likes the band,
Justin
doesn't he?
Hawkins would be great, wouldn't it?
it would be a great.
That would
friend
be
I mean,
to have.
literally coming from the darkness.
That'd be
We're
awesome.
going to invite Gordon Ramsay to our show in
Yeah,
London.
he's
but
a
yeah,
bit of a
he's-
fan, which is great, and his
I think his
daughters like the
kids
band.
like us,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I did some writing with Gary Barlow. I think Jessie J follows me on Twitter.
Yeah,
But
been on tour with Jessie J.
she's lovely, yeah,
The
very
one
nice.
Does Gary
boys.
Barlow not follow you on Twitter, mate?
no, he doesn't.
No, he did
No.
one point. didn't he?
Despite,
sure he did.
despite all those tweets you're sending him.
Gary's
Yeah,
used to follow me, see, but he
rude.
doesn't anymore because I think I was clogging his timeline up with Lawson.
Plugging Lawson meant that Gary Barlow unfolled him.
Fair enough, though. You
Great
know,
banter from
I
Gary there.
understand.
Great banter.
Great banter, yeah.
Appreciate that, Gary.
But we're
Feel
going
free
into
to
the
follow
Extra
me.
Factor on Sunday as well, so it'll be nice to catch up with him then. So.
And then ask the question why he did leave on Twitter.
In a stalkery kind of way. Any celebrity crushes?
Oh, plenty.
so many.
plethora.
Any attractive female, there's a
Yeah.
good chance we'll fancy them.
At the minute, mine's Zoe Deschanel from New Girl. Not a big fan of her.
Right.
About you,
The,
mate?
the one that looks like Katy Perry. And,
Yeah, I was just
Well,
gonna
yeah,
say, yeah.
exactly that.
Katy Perry for me,
Perry's-
because she's like, you know, nothing against Zoe Deschanel, but I just see her as seconds to Katy Perry. You know what I mean?
That's just the sort of guy I am.
You know what I mean? Like,
bold
she
statement.
seems like a lovely girl, but I just think Katy Perry's just, you know, just a little bit.
Oh, you've hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Imagine if Zoe Deschanel just landed in England, you know, just switch the radio on, tune into Heart, and then just hears you slating her.
I think she's like a second
I wasn't
ago.
slating her, but I think
Zoe,
she's beautiful.
Zoe, if you're listening, I'll hold you. No worries.
I will too, after I've held Rita Ora, because she is my number one.
So what are you saying about
crush of the
Zoe?
moment.
She's, you know,
You know, just say
second
second to Rita
round.
Ora.
I'm disgusted with all of you.
I'm a big fan of Mila Kunis.
Yeah,
Doesn't even mention
Mila
Zoe.
who?
Mila Kunis.
Superb.
I do like her. She is nice. Good choice.
Yeah, she did a new photo shoot the other day. I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's just been voted the hottest woman in the world, I think, by Esquire magazine, which
Really?
could not agree even more.
Her and
Right.
Ashton Kutcher. You know what I mean?
What a great
Power
couple. So
Be a fly
sharp.
on the
Not
wall
jealous
for
at
that.
all, are you?
No, actually, I'm genuinely not. If any man's good enough to have her, it's him.
I do
Yeah.
love him.
Yeah, what
No
a
strings
legend.
attached.
So Ashton, guys, come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
God, Aston.
Fair
Fair
play.
play, get in there, lad.
He deserves it.
Get in there.
I understand you're back on Heart. The next time we'll hear you on Heart is at the weekend on the Big Top 40.
Yeah.
So there could be some more like celebrity friends after that, because that's going to be a big day with Rich and Kat
knows?
this weekend.
That'd be nice.
Going up against some big artists this weekend, Adele. So that's going to be hard, isn't it? You know what I mean? She's got Skyfall out at the minute, and Swedish House Mafia, that's doing really well.
One day.
One D.
Yeah.
Swedish House Mafia.
Rihanna.
Can't argue with that well,
No,
those
you
boys are
can't.
doing.
It's a tough time in the charts at the moment, so yeah.
Yeah, you picked a really good week.
Yeah.
Well done with that.
Yeah.
Standing in the Dark, though, is out to download on Sunday and out physically on Monday.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
22nd of October, and the album comes out then too, Chapman
The
Square.
following week.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks
all
ever
go.
so much for popping in.
Thank you.
Thanks
I
for
think we
having
need
us.
to play this song right now, so
yes.
let's get this
Yeah.
on. And Lawson, again, thank you.
Woo!